I'm taking beginning Spanish at University of Arkansas, and I'm getting my tail kicked, but I don't want to get off into Spanish because I can't speak it worth a lick. I can't even type it or anything like that. But one of the things that really confused me about Spanish was that how difficult it was on my keyboard to enter Spanish characters. So I've got LibreOffice over here. Like they have like, if you like type in Espanol, you know, for Spanish, it's really hard to get that N, a tilde over that N on my current keyboard. In Windows, a lot of times you do, what would you do? Would you do like, you press the Alt key and then you type in on the numpad? That is a pain. You don't want to have to do that. There is a much better way of doing that. It's called the International Keyboard Layout. So if I go over here in XFCE, this is GNU Linux, and I go to keyboard, you know, so you go up here and then you type in like keyboard, then keyboard will come up and then you select that. If I go to layout and then I go over here, the generic 1015 PQPC, down here under keyboard layout, we have English US symbolic, or I don't know what you might have, but you're probably going to have something like this. It's going to say English, but it's probably not going to say English International. So what you'll do is you click add, and you go down this. I got help from Grok to do this, by the way. We go down to add, we go down to English US, right? And then we're going to look for English International per Grok, okay? I think it's alternate, but no, they said with dead keys. Grok said pick the one with dead keys. So we're going to pick US International with dead keys. We're going to click OK. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this one. There's a way to switch between them, but I don't know how to do that. We're going to remove this. Bam. All we have is this is English US International with dead keys. Okay, now we're going to close that. Now, it does have a little bit of a side effect, but I'm going to show you it's quite easy for me to go ahead and type in Espanol. We'll type in ESPO. And now, to get Espanol, we type in Shift, and then the tilde key, and then N, and there we go. We get that fancy N. Now, to do any of the other accents, like the O, like, what is it, 2? Let's say 2. I don't remember what 2 is for. I don't know why my brain's messing up, but like, anyways, T, and then hit the single quote, and then a U, 2. Why is my brain not working about like, let's see, like, it's yo soy, and then, I don't know. I'm having brain farts. Why do I not remember what 2 is for? I don't know. Very embarrassing, but that's not the point of this. So any of these keys, just like any of these special vowels, like E for L, Elia, L, and Elia, single quote E, and then L. Got it? Right? And then single quote E, Ella. Now I don't know if E, L, and Ella are accented normally, but these are just some of the characters that are special on what is it in Spanish? Like, I don't know. Let's go back over here real quick. And it's taking forever for the web browser to pull up. Let's just pick one of these. I'll type right. You know, this might be the first thing you come up with. One of the options, like, see here are the, oh yeah, those question marks, they're a met. See, now this will only work if you have the international keyboard enabled. If you don't, if you have a standard keyboard layout like me, it won't work. Actually, that's not quite right. This control, I couldn't get this to work. This is actually, I'm in GNU Linux right now, but, and this, oh my goodness, you do not want to do this. I've tried this, it's a huge pain. Okay, but even on now, if you're on a Mac, it's pretty easy out of the box. Apparently, you just do Alt E and A and bam, or Alt EE, and then you get those accents. That's still not as straightforward as it is in the Windows. I mean, it is with the international keyboard. But so like if I were to try control quote and then A. On this machine, it probably won't work. Let's see. Control quote A. No, nothing. Oh, it worked. Control single quote A. right? Control single quote O, control single quote U. But my personal preference is to just use the international keyboard with dead keys, because I just put the single quote and then whatever it is. Now, like O, I, E, A, whoops. This is just real super easy. Now the question mark. I think for the question mark and the exclamation mark, you have to use the Alt key on the international keyboard with dead keys. So I don't remember what this means. I don't know why. I need to study. My brain is so fried. So I'm gonna hit Alt question mark. Yep. I don't know. Okay. That, I don't know if that's even right. I don't even know what that, I'm going to flunk this class if I'm not careful. So we're going to go over, I am having so many brain farts right now. Let's see, English to Spanish translation. Right. Okay. So we're going to go and copy that and see what it says. How are you? Oh, okay. How are you in Spanish? Okay. Okay. So how are you today? What was this again? You. Okay. Whatever. How about this? What the heck? Alt question mark. And then a regular question mark. Okay, right. Okay, let's see what this, whoop. I don't even know if this is right. I'm gonna throw that in there. I am not allowed to do this on my homework, but I'm not doing homework right now. Are you good? All right. Okay, so I can't believe I'm having so many brain farts right now. That's how easy it is. But, so you don't have to do with that mess with that Alt keys, memorizing all kinds of crazy sequences. If you want an accent, you just put a single quote and then what it is. Now, the only problem with that is if you want to do a single quote in regular text, like this isn't what I would expect, like in English, it's not going to work so well. So what you have to do there is you have to press the single quote, space, and then you get what you want. Got it? So that, and for the tilde, if I want to do a tilde for some reason, because as a computer programmer that often comes up, I have to do tilde and space to get the tilde, okay? Because they have special meaning in the international keyboard. All right, so now I'm going to cut out of here and try to do the same thing in Windows. Okay, so now I'm back in, now I'm in Windows 10. It's a similar process for Windows 11, but it's a little bit easier in Windows 11. But here I am, I'm trying to type in these special characters. So I had to get help from Grok because I couldn't find it exactly what I was looking for. So you go to settings, and then you go to somewhere around here, there's keyboard. I don't know. I don't see it. So I'm going to type a keyboard here. And I'm not seeing it. Why am I not? That's really strange. Why? Time and language. Let's try that. Okay, so time and language. I think that's what they said. So we'll go to language. Right, language, and then what you do here is you click on the language you want, and then you go to options. That's what got me. When you go down to options, you have a deal to add another keyboard. Right now, I'm using the USQWERTY keyboard. That's great for if you're a regular programmer, but it's not so great if you are wanting to learn Spanish. which I am doing very horribly in Spanish, but I want to be able to enter the keys, enter the special characters in Spanish as I'm supposed to, particularly so that I can please my instructor because I can't half remember anything anyways. So we're going to click on Add Keyboard, and I do not need the stress of having to remember those Alt key sequences as they mentioned. So we're going to go look down for US. Now Dvorak's an interesting one, but I'm not going to be doing that. I don't think that would help any with the Spanish. United States International. Click on. Wait a minute. I didn't see dead keys. Oh, cried. Is there a United States International with dead keys? Oh goodness. United States International Dvorak, English, Albanian. I don't see anywhere that it says dead keys. We're just going to assume this works, right? It probably does have dead keys. So now we're going to remove USWQRTY. I think you can switch between the two, as I said, but I don't want it conflicting. So there, we're going to remove that. Now let's see if it works. Just before I get into, we're going to open LibreOffice. Actually, let's just try Notepad. Hopefully Notepad will let us zoom. Yeah, it does. That's nice. Okay, so we want to type in Spanish, Espanol. So Shift, and then a tilde, and then N, and it worked. Okay, so now I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how I'm typing on the keyboard, and so you can maybe see that. Okay, so I'm back in Windows, and hopefully this won't be too big of a mess, but here's one way you can do it. You can do Alt 169, and it didn't work. Weird. Okay, Numblock. Weird. Okay, I'm not even seeing the, oh. Okay, whatever. There's supposedly, if you type in the code sequence, it will, on the QWERTY keyboard, it will actually display the key that you want up on the top. I don't know if this is a bad side effect of this. Like maybe I'm not going to be able to automatically pass insert the copyright symbol and trademark symbols as a result of that, but I don't normally insert copyright and trademark symbols that much anyways. I'd be more likely to type in Spanish characters. But so to show you how easy it is to type in a Spanish character, let's go back to the Spanish character list. Cancel, get off of the screen. And these are our characters. So we're going to try all these characters here. We're just going to go, because my Spanish is bad, I'm not going to tell you what they are. So we put single quote A. Yep, easy. Single quote E. Single quote I. That's how easy this is. Whoops. U. I don't know how to do the double umlaut or whatever that is. So now we want to do that special fancy Enya, I guess it is. Shift tilde N. There we go. Great. And the exclamation mark, Alt. You have to do the Alt for that one. Exclamation mark. That's the upside down exclamation mark. What is it? I hope I spelled that right. So this food is very high. So now we I don't know. So all upside down question mark. I don't remember. Is it K? K is how. K, I can't remember the word. K, comida, como? Maybe it's como. Como? Maybe it's como se escribe. Right. I don't know if I did that right. Let's see. Again, I cannot do this for homework, but I'm not doing homework right now, so this is considered cheating. And sometimes seriously, it can give you some really bad. It can give you some really bad advice. Okay, sometimes this translate can come up with some seriously wacky stuff, and so you don't want to rely on the translate. You would be better off learning to do it yourself. But yeah, so how do you write cow in Spanish? I don't know. So anyways, to answer the question, how do you write cow in Spanish? No, that's not quite what I wanted. Oh, whoops. English. Somewhere in Spanish. This is horrible. I'm getting off topic. This is taking too long. There we go. Vaca. Okay, right. So I think you get the point. Here we go. The deal is that it's so much easier to type these special characters right here when we switch to the US International Keyboard, and it works splendidly in both GNU Linux and Windows. Something, if you're a native Spanish speaker, you probably already knew about this. But if you're like me and you grew up in the United States all your life and you didn't know how to, and you never needed to do this kind of a thing, you wouldn't have known it exists. And it works, it's cross-platform. It's beautiful. So I can do it in both operating systems. And when I take my tests, easy way. It even worked on my work laptop. So there you go.